Hi y'all, I'm Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a quick look at a few items I've picked up from Amazon. I've been shopping Amazon since it was a bookstore, so I'm very familiar with what they have to offer and how challenging it can be to find plus size clothes in general, but especially the extended plus size clothes. I'm currently a toward size 6/5. The items that I've picked up today are a mixture of 6s and 7X, and you'll see that we run the spectrum on fit, everywhere from too small to too big to just right. Amazon has an in-house brand called the Amazon Aware store. I believe this is a more socially conscious, climate conscious, renewable conscious type of store, but I cannot swear to that, so do your own research if that's important to you. If you're looking for a coat or a jacket, Amazon is a place that I recommend. I was able to pick up a few of these things in really unique styles and colors across the size range. I saw 4X all the way to 7X in many of these things. Alright, so for size reference, as I said, I'm a toward size 6 on the bottom or a 30 on the bottom. I can wear towards trousers, skirts, and dresses as well as suits, but I still have trouble with their jeans. I will try a pair of size 30 jeans on coming up soon. But at this time, as far as I'm aware, their 30 jeans still don't work for me. I reference Torrid a lot in these type of videos because I know it is so easily accessible, ready, available. If you're in this size range, you probably have tried on some of their clothes. If you're more familiar with Bryant sizing, I'm between a 34-36 and a 38-40. I wear a 50C or a 48D bra typically, and I'm about 5'4", so not terribly short, but a little on the shorter side of average. So I hope all of this helps you think about how these items might fit you if you decide to pick something up. As always, there will be links in the description box directly to all these items. I am an Amazon affiliate, so these are affiliate links. That means if you make a purchase using one of my links, it does earn me a very, very small commission, and it costs you nothing extra, which just helps to put money back into my channel. So starting off strong, I picked up the Amazon Aware Women's Relaxed Fit Fleece V-neck sweatshirt and the corresponding pants. You'll see that a lot of things are available in this light green shade, this light sage green shade that I am a big fan of. Some of the items were only available in that shade in the extended sizes, so this particular fleece two-piece is sold separately. I did pick up both items in a 7X just because I didn't know what to expect, and I picked these up a couple months ago, but I probably still would have picked up a 7X or a 6 just to kind of mix up the sizes and see what's available. Typically if something is straight cut, and I'm very not straight cut, I will size up, especially in the top, just to make sure the banding around the hip is ample enough to fit me. And in this case, I'm glad I did. The sweatshirt is currently 38-36 in this color and in the size 7X. In the size 6X, they have a lot more colors available, and the price is dipped down to $17.99. Both of these things were very, very warm, very soft. They felt similar to the fleece sweatsuits that I'm absolutely obsessed with from Amazon and that I lived in all fall and winter. I had those in a previous video where I talked about some poison green finds, and I will be sure to link those in the description box as well. I do highly, highly recommend that sweatsuit. It's probably one of my favorite things of the year that I picked up from Amazon. So the cut of this one, you'll see, is a little more straight in the sweatshirt. The sleeves were a little bit too long. The pants were a little bit long in the crotch, but I think that if you have an apron belly, that you would probably find these pants pretty comfortable. In fact, when I did errands earlier today, I rolled the pants down twice. Pants have two side pockets. I did not find these to be particularly see-through. I do see this in the description about the sustainability features of the Amazon Aware items. This product has sustainability features recognized by trusted certifications. So for forestry practices, it says made with materials harvested from responsibly managed forests. And safe for chemicals, it says made with chemicals safer for human health and the environment. So that is part of their climate pledge commitment. So if that is important to you, you can go to the Amazon Aware store and find a number of items there to shop. The fabrication of this set is 62% lyocell, 33% polyester, 5% elastane. The polyester in this does make it a little bit warm. If I were to order again, which I might well consider, I think I would get my sweatshirt still in a 7X and get my pants in a 6X, which is not the structure of sizing I thought that I would ever be looking for. It's usually quite the opposite. Okay, the next item, I'm just pulling up the top here on my Amazon feed and talking about that. This is the Amazon Essentials Women's Brushed Tech Stretch Popover Hoodie. Both pieces I picked up in a size 6X because that was the largest size available. I've purchased this material before and kind of knew what to expect. These were narrower by proportion than the size 7X in the sweatsuit. What I'm trying to say is I think if you got a size 6X in both of those, this set would rate smaller, would measure smaller, as though it were cut for someone with a pretty narrow build. So the fabric is indeed a brushed feeling fabric. It has that kind of velveteen texture on the outside. The inside is perfectly comfortable. I will note that the tech material item I ordered previously was more of a kind of a slippery, slimy polyester feeling on the inside, and this was nothing like that. It was still warm and fuzzy. This is quite a bit thinner than fleece, so it's still warm but much lighter weight. Really nice for this time of year where we're heading out of winter and into spring, but the weather's kind of going back and forth. The top is about full length to tunic length depending on your height and build. It does have a nice hood with a crossover neck right here. It does not have drawstrings to tighten up the hood. It has thumb holes on the nice long sleeves. The pants, I believe, had cuffs on the bottom as well as 2 side pockets. Both items in the off-white color were pretty transparent. Even wearing them with nude colored underwear previously, you could pretty well see the outline of my briefs, which is not to me a critical, huge, big deal. But if that is concerning to you, do take note that you could see the difference between skin and undergarments. In a size 6X, this comes in several other shades. There's a green and there's an olive green, a gray, a beautiful light blue, and kind of a pale lilac or a pale lavender color. The light blue is really pretty and eye-catching, but I don't think they had that color in the pants. There are a lot of colors and a lot of sizes available, so just log on and look for your size and color combination and see what's available if this is of interest to you. The fabric content is 88% polyester, 12% elastane. So I believe the pants had a drawstring at the waist. I did not need to use it, but it is functional if you need to use it. I'll insert a photo here. I forgot to try on an item that I quite like from the Amazon Essentials store. I picked up their women's classic fit lightweight long sleeve v-neck sweater in the lovely light pink. This item fits very similar to a Torrid size 6 and their size 6X. It was quite a bit cheaper at $16. Some of the color variations go down to 11 or 12 in the size 6X, like the red here, just a beautiful basic cherry red is $11.34 at the time of filming. There's a navy blue for $11.05. There is a heather gray, which they call white, but it's definitely a heather gray in the photo. That one is $11.99, so there are good prices on some of these sweaters. Mine has already been washed but not put in the dryer, and it handled it just fine. If you dried this on low, I'm sure it would be fine, but I can't vouch for drying it on a higher heat. And I apologize for forgetting to try this on, but it does fit how I wanted it to. It was probably about 32 inches in the size 6X. It was what I would consider full length, but probably not a tunic length, depending on how oversized the sweater fits for you. On me, this was relatively close fitting to the body, but not form fitting. It just wasn't overly baggy. So I recommend checking these out. There's a really pretty turquoise green color on here that would be lovely for spring into summer. I think that would pair nicely with, oh, like a fuchsia, beautiful fuchsia suit would look stunning with that. But I'm someone who really enjoys color blocking and loud colors, so that may not be everyone's cup of tea. All right, let's move on to the next item in one of my favorite categories, which is pajamas and loungewear. So for pajamas and loungewear, I picked up a few different combinations of the Amazon Aware Relaxed Fit Cotton Modal sets. The first one, I believe, that I'm showing is the modal short sleeve t-shirt and short set. This set does come with both pieces. I picked it up in a 7X in the color coral pink, which is what I'm also wearing right now. Yes, I did have to put these back on as soon as I got done filming because I was burning up hot and ready for a nap. The color of the coral pink is quite a bit brighter in person than what was depicted on the screen for my phone or for my computer. but I found this absolutely delightful. This combination also comes in a pant set with a long sleeve, more traditional button-up pajama top, and you can also get it in a knee-length robe. Now I will say that I have this suit, I have this set in the shorts. I have this set in the shorts. I have two short sets of the sage green, and I also have a pant set in the sage green. I have a robe that is in the video coming up in this sage green. I also have a robe in the sand color. I sized down in that one, so in almost everything I picked up a 7X, just because I wanted these to be almost fall off the body comfortable, and they are. I love to have this big boxy t-shirt to sleep in. The shorts barely hang on my hip in the 7X. They were very, very amply roomy. I probably could have even sized down into a 5 if I wanted a more fitted waist. So if you check these out too, I'd say probably stick with your usual size, but if you size up for comfort, just know that they are very roomy. Fortunately for me, in the larger size, I also made the length of the shorts and the t-shirt just a little bit longer than what was shown in the photo. At the time of filming, the 7X short sleeve set is about $33 in almost every color except the navy blue for some reason is $14.29. So if you are wanting to try out this set in the 7X and you want to pick up the navy blue, it is only $14. The modal fabric, if you're not familiar, is very, very soft. It's very smooth. It's very thin, but it's substantial. It's not like a slub knit. You will actually be covered if you wear this. So yeah, I think that's all there is to know about the short set. I believe what I showed next is the pant set. I picked this up again in the 7X in the color light sage green, which is currently not available in the 7X. It is available in the 6X for $38, and in the 6X there are several colors available, including this bright coral, as a mushroom brown, and then this sand color, which is kind of like a dirty off-white color. But very pretty. By saying dirty, I didn't mean to imply anything untoward, but the sand color is currently $17, whereas the others are $38. In the size 7X, almost all of these are under $18 and available in a mushroom brown, the light coral, and sand. So in terms of fit, the 7X in this set was a little less oversized than the short set. The top fit really well. It fit similar to a size 6 at Torrid. It had a little bit less boxiness than this pullover top does. The sleeves were a little bit long. The pants were very long and definitely would work for someone with an apron belly if that is something that you need. It's in the same modal jersey. Really highly recommend. This fabric is super comfortable. I believe in the video I show it paired with the corresponding robe in the same color. I have several of these now. I'm a little bit of a robe hound. I really, really like different robes for different purposes, and if I ever film in my bathroom, you will know that to be true because I have probably 12 plus different robes hanging on my bathroom door for different purposes. So I had picked up the light sage green and a 7X, which is currently unavailable, and I also picked up a sand color that appears to be out of stock. There's nothing available in a 6X, but in a 5X there is light sage green left over. I think I probably could get by with a 5, So I have the one that I show in the video is a 7X. It has that nice modesty tie on the interior, as well as a nice ample exterior tie. And I picked it up in a 6X for the lightweight robe that I use at my aquatherapy classes when I get out of the shower. And it's really, really nice to have that. Easy to wash, it's very lightweight, it dries quickly, so I can throw all of my items in my wet bags, throw it in my tote, and when I get home, just immediately throw them in the wash. My robe has probably already been washed 10 times since I got it, and it looks just completely, perfectly brand new. In the 6X, the length is a couple inches shorter than it is in the 7X, but again, the 7 is currently out of stock, as is the 6, but do check back as those items come in and out of availability. The next item I tried on with my pajamas was a corresponding color, relaxed fit, water repellent, recycled polyester puffer vest in the color light sage green. I picked this up in the size 7X, and boy oh boy is it puffy and very thick and very warm. So this outpaces my other vests by leaps and bounds in terms of warmth and thickness. It is a very, very nice high quality vest. I picked it up in the 7X. I'm glad I did, because even though it's a little big under the arms, it just barely fits over my hip. This does have waist cinches on the interior, so you can pull that waist in just a little bit, get a little bit of a cinch there. And then this has a zip close as well as snap closures. Glad that I picked this up in the 7X so that it does fasten over my hips and my booty. The 7X in this fit similar to a 6, a roomy 6 with Torrid, really similar to like a 3840 with Lane Bryant. So we'll see. If I keep it, it will at some point get taken in under the arms, but it doesn't look too roomy for now, because when I put my arm down, you can't see all that extra fabric. In terms of sustainability, even though this is from the Amazon Essentials store, not the Amazon Aware store, it does say that it contains at least 95% recycled material. In the size 7X, which is currently available, this is, at the time of filming, $43.94. It's also available in black and available in ivory in that same size, but for a little bit extra money. The 6X has all 3 sizes also available, all for around $55. Again, these will be linked in the description box conveniently for you if you want to shop them. The next item is another jacket. This is the Amazon Wear Women's Recycled Polyester Anorak. I picked it up in a size 7X, and a lot of the extended sizes are currently out of stock, but there is a 4X available. I believe I picked this up for around $65. It is an ample jacket. It is definitely roomier than a size 6 from Torrid. It would be even bigger than what I would expect if Torrid had a size 7. This is just a nice, really roomy rain jacket. It has no lining or puffiness to it whatsoever. I think calling it an anorak is maybe just a little bit misleading. I would really call this just a rain jacket. And hopefully it is actually waterproof. I've not tested that yet myself. It has a couple of large pockets on the front, as well as a wind flap that goes across the front and the back. Elasticized sleeves that are just a little bit long, and I believe this has a hood. Yeah, we have a drawstring hood here. This has also a drawstring feature in the waist similar to the vest. But on me, at my height and build, when I pull the cinching, you cannot visually see it, even though it does help keep the wind from blowing up inside. But you can't see it because the wind flap hangs down just a little bit over where the cinching in the waist occurs. So it's not perfectly ideal for me, but it is still a great jacket. As I mentioned, this is currently only available in a 4X and in the larger sizes in the color sage green if you are interested in picking it up. The next jacket I picked up is quite a wow factor, and one of my favorite things also that I've purchased from Amazon in recent history. This is the Amazon Essentials Women's Quilted Coat. It has great ratings. I picked it up in a size 6X in the color neon pink, and it is so very neon. I absolutely love it. I wore this to the doctor the other day, and people's eyes just about popped out of their head at how bright it was. So you have to be ready for that if you pick it up in this color. I did receive a lot of nice comments about liking the jacket, so hopefully those stares were for good reasons, but it's definitely attention getting. It is available in some more subdued colors. There is a deep brown, I see kind of like a light brown mushroomy tan color. There's an off-white, a soft green, more of like a dark olivey green, and a lot of the colors are cheaper than the neon pink. The neon pink is about $75 to $77, and some of the other colors that are maybe less in demand are only in the 40s, and the light brown, in fact, is $29.24 in the size 6X. So I picked this up in early February. I have had the opportunity to wear it a couple times. It is delightfully warm, and it has a wonderful waist cinch detail. So even though it is quite a bulky puffer quilted material with a lot of lining in it and a lot of fill in it, It does still actually pull in visually the waist, and you can still stretch it and snap it because that draw cord in the middle is a stretch cord. Really great design features. This is one of the nicest, most well thought out items that I've picked up in a very long time from anywhere, let alone from Amazon. So I've been really, really impressed with most of the things that I picked up for various reasons, and this pink jacket may well take the cake. This jacket contains at least 95% recycled material, which is a nice sustainability feature. If you pick up nothing else from this order, I recommend you try a pair of pajamas with shorts, and I recommend you try this jacket. I think it will work well for a variety of body shapes and sizes. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, you know that the bottom part of my body is bigger than the top, and the bottom part is definitely a size 6 still with Torrid. This jacket fit like a dream, as you can see in the video. And it was really comfortable. It just brought me a lot of joy to have something that fit so well, felt so nice, and was a dopamine-inducing injection of neon color. There's a comment on the page that says, based on customer feedback, this item runs large. I would say that's probably true. The last coat or jacket for this video is the Amazon Essentials Women's Relaxed Fit Recycled Polyester Sherpa Long Coat. This says that it previously was an Amazon Aware item. I picked this up on February 3rd. I have worn it a couple of times. This is a very cute coat, but it is very, very, very heavy and warm. I think it's probably a pretty nice neutral for my wardrobe. I do wish that I'd picked this up also in that light sage green, which is available. I think I probably picked up the color that was the best price just to try this out. Ironically, right now, this dusty rose color is $85.10 in a size 7X. And in the smaller sizes, it's $44. And in the light camel, it's actually $28.30. So I did pick this up in a 7X. It is the size that I recommend if you wear a 6 with Torrid and if you're on the larger end of a size 6. This, at first, I thought might look a little like a bathrobe, but I think once you get it buttoned a little and tied up, it has that cute kind of teddy bear coat look. The ivory or the sand color is really pretty, but the light sage green I think is just really nice. So this may be another item that you find up on Poshmark simply because I want the green color instead of the pink, and I am past my return window. You can see how it fits on me in the video. If I keep it, I'll definitely have to have the sleeves taken up as well as possibly taken in diameter. The buttons all closed just fine. It had a little bit of room to spare. I maybe could have sized down to a 6, but I like the room for in case, you know, in the heart of winter I'm wearing a sweater or bulky pants, layered tops, etc. I like the extra little bit of room in there. This is made out of 100% polyester. It is machine washable, which I think is great. And this seems like the kind of fabric that if it got matted or dirty, you could brush it out pretty easily with like a boar hair brush or a baby brush. So that is the last of the jackets. I have, I think, one more item to talk about that was a little bit of a fail, and then we will close out the video. Alright, this last item is an Amazon Aware women's recycled polyester stretch satin Georgette strap midi dress. Quite a mouthful. I picked this up in the size 6X in the color pale pink, which is kind of more of like a dingy ivory color. It doesn't resemble pink really at all in my opinion. Even a soft ballet pink, it's really just not there. My biggest complaint with this item is the material. I don't know where they got satin from. This fabric resembles nothing to do with satin. It's very much like a polyester crepe, a polyester georgette that is very thin, very see-through polyester, so it's going to be warm in the warmer months and also a little nude to wear in the cooler months. I thought I might be able to wear this for either a nightgown or a layering piece. I think it might be a little too unpleasant or hot to wear for a nightgown, but I could certainly see this replacing some of the slips that come with like Torrid dresses or Lane Bryant dresses that I'm not a big fan of. Even though this slip doesn't have really any stretch to speak of, it is roomy enough that I think I could wear it layered as a slip. There are other colors available, including a gorgeous dark green. It would be great for that mob wife look. There's also a black and ivory stripe that's available in the 6X. There's a plain black and a toffee brown. When I ordered, the pale pink was the only one available, or I probably would have gotten the black or this deep green, which is so pretty. The deep green, in fact, is only $12.28 and it's available in the size 6X. And the black and ivory stripe is also available in the 6X, which surprises me. Typically, the higher sizes are only available in a couple of limited color options, but it looks like all these are currently available. So if it doesn't bother you that this is not actually satin, maybe it's something you want to try, you may just need to be aware that it might need some layering if you don't want it to be see-through, or maybe that's not an issue in the other colors. It is very thin though, so you probably will be able to see your underwear lines and like your edge of your bra type line and things like that. So just something to keep in mind. Even this that I call a fail is not a total fail. It's just not great. It's not the really, really unexpectedly nice quality that some of the other items were that I picked up. So as I mentioned, that is everything I had to show you today. In typical fashion for me with my body size and shape, there are some things that might need a little tweaking here and there with the alteration shop, which is something that I have to do for nearly everything I buy if I want it to look nice. Sometimes on my big t-shirts and such, I don't worry about that, but for some of the coats and the heavier items and the vests, I think it's important for my aesthetic that I get that alteration done, so I try to factor that in with the pricing. I think there are some things here that could work across a variety of aesthetics and price points and different types of lifestyles, so hopefully you will hopefully you found some things that are useful for you today. If you're interested in seeing more things that I picked up on Amazon, including non-fashion items such as compression socks, jewelry, household items, rugs and furniture, I've just picked up a lot of stuff from Amazon since the beginning of the year, so if you're interested in seeing a rundown of things that I picked up, let me know. I certainly have some more recommendations, including those compression socks I mentioned are light pink with hot pink spots. They are very cute. So in fact, I can go ahead and link those down in the description box as well if you're interested in seeing them. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it informational and found it useful. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and consider sharing the video with someone else who may find it useful. I always appreciate your comments and enjoy hearing from you, so do leave those comments down below, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you want to be notified when I post my next video. Bye y'all.